A young bride-to-be goes to meet with her rabbi, and he explains to her that the Jewish faith has many, many rules that apply to married people. One of them is that a man and a woman must never dance together. She nods and says, I understand. She says, what about sex? Rabbi says, fine. All kinds of sex? Fine. Sex lying down? Fine. Sex sitting down? Fine. Sex standing up? No. Why not, she asks. Because it might lead into a dance.
A businessman runs into a priest on the street and he says, Father, I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't been going to church. And the priest says, yes, I have noticed, and we're saddened by that. And the businessman says, Father, I don't go to church because there's so many hypocrites there. And the priest says, well, there's always room for one more.
4 rabbis are walking together. 3 of them are arguing with the 4th about a biblical matter. So the 4th rabbi raises his hands to the sky and says, God, give me a sign to prove that I'm right. Clouds obscure the sun, lightning fills the sky. The other 3 rabbis say, it's a coincidence. So the 4th rabbi raises his hands again to the sky and says, God, give me a sign. Lightning hits a nearby tree. The other 3 rabbis say, lightning happens in storms. The 4th rabbi raises his hands again to the sky and says, God, give me a sign. Suddenly the clouds part and an ethereal voice booms out, you're right. The other 3 rabbis look at each other and agree they have just witnessed a miracle. But they say, it's still 3 against 2.
When delivering God's commandments to the people, Moses broke the tablet with the 11th and most important commandment. Don't get caught.
Why didn't Noah kill those 2 mosquitoes?
So a rabbi walks into a grocery store and says, how much is the fish? And the grocer says, sir, that's not fish, that's pork. And the rabbi says, and who's asking you?
A Jewish man is very sick with cholera. He's dying in the hospital, and he asks for a Catholic priest. The hospital personnel are a little confused, but they see that his wish is fulfilled. So the priest comes, the Jewish man is confessing his sins, and he ends saying, and all of my money I leave to the synagogue. The priest gets a little angry and says, maybe you should ask for a rabbi. And the Jewish man says, what, and bring him to a place that has infectious diseases?
An Orthodox priest and a rabbi buy a car together. They decide it's going to have absolutely nothing to do with religion. However, in the middle of the night, the priest can't help himself. He takes some holy water and he goes to sanctify the car. He notices that the tip of the tailpipe had already been cut off.
They say that 1 minute of laughter extends your life by 5 minutes. That's why after God made man, he'll live forever.